don't have anyone that I guess to really share this with, so I'm just gonna share it with random internet strangers. So hopefully nobody that I know sees this, even though it's on the internet, which is kind of stupid. Anyways, no one, I guess, that I know in real life really understands, I guess, what I'm going through. So yeah, I'm just gonna put it out there. For most of my life, basically since high school, I've struggled with um, anxiety and depression. And yeah, it just keeps kind of getting worse from there. Started out, they just thought it was anxiety, depression. Then later in life, so when I was 26, 27 now for context, I realized I also had autism and ADHD as well, which I think played a big role in my anxiety and depression. Um, I mean, for some people, it's just autism and ADHD or whatever, and it gets misdiagnosed as anxiety and depression. But I do actually have anxiety and depression on top of all the other diagnoses. Yeah, ADHD has been diagnosed, and currently going through the process of getting diagnosed for autism. But I'm like pretty much like 100%, 99% sure I have it. Um, you know, but anyways, yeah, self-diagnosis is totally valid as well. Like a little stim toy here. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but anyways, I don't want to go too much into the past, so I'll just say that I've basically experienced burnout, or at least significant burnout. So this is the third time. Um, I've experienced, I guess, significant burnout and anxiety slash depression. I mean, I don't know. It all kind of goes hand in hand. To be honest, like I mean, they're all I guess separate diagnoses. Um, though technically, like in Australia, burnout isn't recognised as like an official diagnosis, which is kind of weird. But anyways, that's how I describe it, and more specifically, autistic burnout, which is like another, I guess, layer on top of just normal or occupational burnout, where it's like dealing with overstimulation or the troubles that come with autism leads to burnout that's like 10 times worse than normal burnout, because it makes all the symptoms, I guess, of autism even worse. So like overstimulation is worse, transitions are worse. The autistic version of burnout, for those that don't know. But I guess if you guys are here, probably have some idea of autistic or neurodivergent burnout, whatever you want to call it. I guess it all kind of is under that like neurodivergent umbrella. And yes, of course, like burnout, it's not officially recognized. I mean, there is some science on it, but it's very new stuff. Don't expect, I guess, your local doctor to know anything about it. But anyways, so yeah, I'm burnt out, anxious, depressed, the lot, and this is the longest time it's happened. It's almost 6 months now. I think before, the longest period of burnout was like probably around 2 months, 2 or 3 months maybe tops. But this is like pretty bad. I'm only really starting to recover now. Like the first 3 or 4 months was like basically no progress. But now I'm taking my ADHD medication more regularly. It's dexamphetamine, if anyone's curious. Because before I was only really taking it when I thought I needed it, but turns out I really need it every day, especially during burnout. It just makes the ADHD like symptoms so much worse, and it's just like basically impossible to function like without it. Um, yeah, and like now I've also upped dosage of my antidepressants as well. So hopefully that does something. But I don't know, it takes like a month to work, so who knows. But yeah, long story short, this current bout was triggered when I quit my full time job. So I used to have like a full time job in marketing for about 1.5 years, which was honestly like a record. Like I've never had a job for that long. I don't even know how I survived for that long. But basically, I quit because I hated my boss. Um, yeah, it's a very very long story, but yeah, no, yeah, I quit that. Yeah, and like it's really crazy. Like I came from feeling like I was on top of the world, like really confident, really feeling good and all that. Very lot of energy. And then I decided to start my own business, and then that failed. Didn't go well, and then that's when everything just fell apart, and yeah, the burnout, anxiety, depression all came back. And it's kind of like where I'm here right now. And it just sucks because no one really feel like. I mean, I feel like there's people online that get it. Like there's a lot of people that online you can find that suffer from a similar thing, but it's all very far away. Like I don't know, it's not the same as having someone that you know in person that kind of understands or I guess gets it. Um, and yeah, like imagine being like 27 and you can't work. You can barely really do anything. Oh yeah, if this you guys can see, this is like my little I don't know what it's called, like like those vapor thingos. I don't know. I don't think it really does anything, but it just looks cool, I guess. Anyways, yeah. Imagine being like 27 and you can't work. Like going from being able to work full time to like really not being able to work at all. Yeah, it really sucks. Like I'm getting like unemployment benefits from the government, thankfully. So luckily I do live in Australia, so they've got a decent social security system at least. And I live with my parents, which are very supportive as well. So I'm very lucky in that respect. A lot of people don't have that support, and they end up on the streets or God knows what. But anyways, despite all that support that I do have, yeah, it still sucks. One of the worst things that as I said, like no one like around me, like physically, like like that I know in person, really gets it. Like most people, even like with depression or anxiety or maybe they've got ADHD or there's an autism or whatever it is they have going on their head, like they can still work at least, or at least the people that I know about and the people I see. I mean, there's probably some confirmation bias going on here because we don't tend to see the people that are unemployed or that can't work. The stats are pretty bad. I think I don't know the exact stats, but I think about like 70 to 80% of autistic people are unemployed. So yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah, going from feeling great on top of the world to feeling basically I wouldn't say it's the worst I've ever felt, but the worst I guess I've felt over a long period of time. Yeah, it really sucks. I mean, it's not all terrible. Like recently, I've started actually I'm working on bikes. So one of my special interests is bikes. And yeah, I've recently got into like buying old bikes off like old shitty bikes off Facebook Marketplace and fixing them up and selling them for a bit of profit. It's not much money, but I don't know. It's something to do. Makes me feel like I'm doing something. And yeah, it's pretty fun, I guess. So that's I guess the only thing I'm really doing right now. I've had like 10, 20 psychologists, counselors. The current one I've had is the best so far. Hope she doesn't see this. Probably won't, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's not. I mean, it's not. I don't think we have like a perfect connection, but it's pretty good. But even then, it's very hard. I feel they're even going through therapy and all that. It's not a magic bullet. It helps, I guess, but you can only I don't know. I feel like you can only do so much. I've taken about 6 months to kind of rest, and I still can't like really work. Like I don't think I could do like an 8 hour day. Like I'd probably be like super exhausted. Like for me, like even now, like going out, just going out of the house, takes a lot of energy. And the meds have helped. Like the ADHD meds have helped a lot. But like every day, like I still need like about an hour, just in my room or in a quiet place. Just reading the news or just chilling basically to kind of recover, like just in that day, even with the meds, like and yeah, before I didn't need that. Yeah, that's just life and burnout, I guess. I mean, and you never know if you go back to your normal capacity. Like you might never recover fully. I mean, I think most people do manage to recover eventually, but yeah, you might not. Yeah, that's just the reality. To anyone else out there that's going through burnout, autistic burnout, or I don't know, whatever, just mental health issues that stop you from working and that you can't hide, I guess, from the world. Or, you can no longer pretend that you're a normal person and go to your 9 to 5, smile, and, whatever. Well, yeah. Yeah, I hope this reaches out to people. I don't know, might just get 5 views, or I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's just kind of where I'm at right now, and I'm trying my best to push myself, but not too much, so I don't get burnt out again. To kind of get back out there, start going out and talking to more people. Like literally, like right now, I really only see like one person, like one friend a week. Yeah. I mean, I never had that many friends to begin with. But yeah, right now I only really see like one friend like once a week or maybe twice a week. Yeah, that's about it. I think I might have seen like a handful of other people during my burnout, but I don't know. Socializing is just so tiring, and I don't know, like can't really be bothered either. Like there's not much desire there to even talk to people really. Like you just kind of want to be by yourself. And when it comes to burnout, like it can actually be a good thing because you need to like rest. But yeah, too much being alone is not good. Yeah, this is just what it is. It's just what I can do right now. And at the beginning, it was really tough to accept that I couldn't go back to work. I was like, so anxious about it. But there's just no point of worrying about something you can't really change straight away. Like worrying about it isn't going to make you better tomorrow. Then you can go back to work. It's not how I guess recovery works. Burnout can take quite a while to recover. Even if, yeah, in the past I recovered faster. It's not always like that. Sometimes, yeah, it can take longer to recover from. But I think the most important thing for me is just accepting where I'm at right now and working with that. Because there's nothing I worrying about not being able to work or not being back to my old self. It's not going to change anything really. Yeah, so it's just really accepting what I can do, which right now is fixing up bikes in my own time, and selling them on Facebook, and maybe going out here and there, maybe seeing a few friends here and there, or even like meeting a few new people here and there. But I don't know. I think burnout is just a sign that you can't go back to the way things were. And yeah, maybe I will share some more about my past. But yeah, this is just kind of like my first video, and yeah, I guess I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like and subscribe, or I don't know, whatever you're supposed to say. Peace out and keep going on, my peeps.